So the dust still hasn't settled in Russia. It's hard to know what's going on. But President Biden held a press conference to assure the public that the U.S. was absolutely not involved. Watch.
We gave Putin no excuse to blame this on the West or to blame this on NATO. We made clear that we were not involved. We had nothing to do with it. This was part of a struggle within the Russian system.
Michael Waltz is a congressman from Florida, and he joins us now. He also used to be a Green Beret commander. Congressman, break it down for us. Look, I don't want to put any of our operators at risk. Can you explain to our audience what went down overseas?
Yeah, well, look, you have basically an independent militia, a mercenary group that was more powerful and more effective than the Russian army. That was causing all kinds of friction internally. They were effective. They've been effective in Africa and the Middle East, and they were the most effective force in Ukraine by far. The Russian army was looking to turn on this group because they don't suffer competitors very well. And it appears that Putin is trying to play both sides to his advantage, right? And that's what strong men do. They appear strong and they appear to be pulling the strings. What I think pulled the rug out from under Putin himself was that he didn't have the forces to stop this militia group, the Wagner group, as they turned, the snake turned to bite the hand. Wagner shot down 7 Russian aircraft as they were marching on Moscow. And I'll remind everyone, 85% of the Russian military is now completely committed to Ukraine. The other 15% spread all the way out to the Pacific. So here's some real cracks now in Putin's dictatorship. Why does this matter to us? Why does this matter to the everyday American? Number one, Russian nukes, and I'm glad to see Biden's staff yet again walking back his irresponsible statements about regime change. We need stability in Russia on those nukes, but we also, this is a good thing in the sense that Russia is weaker. It's weaker in Ukraine, and this mercenary special forces group can't go control mines, for example, in Africa, of the critical minerals that we need for our economy.
But Congressman,
right?
Forgive me for interrupting you, but where is he? Where is he?
Yeah.
He was pals with Putin. And the Russians are very good at disinformation. So where is this guy? And Putin doesn't let anybody live. I mean, he's killed their own family members. So where is this guy?
So this is what's so unclear. Is he going to use this uprising as an excuse to create scapegoats in his Minister of Defense and in his generals for all of their failures, because Prigozhin was a bit of a Robin Hood figure. He was seen as the only one speaking for the average Russian soldier who didn't have the equipment and ammo that they needed and being fed into a meat grinder. So does Putin use that to his advantage, or is he simply buying time to defuse the situation and Prigozhin's going to die in his sleep? That part is incredibly unclear at this point.
He was also more ruthless than Putin as well. I mean, this is a guy that wanted to take Kyiv, whereas Putin was like, look, there's a lot of Russian history there as well. So I know for the average day American or someone that's following this, they say no one can be worse than Putin. But this guy was.
No, you're absolutely right. And I've told people that are calling for regime change. I mean, Biden famously said it while in Poland. One, we have to have stability on those nukes. And two, be careful what you wish for. You could get far worse. It is much more likely that someone even more hardcore, even more hardened and dictatorial than Putin to replace him, not some enlightened, centrist, moderate Democratic figure. And that is certainly not good for U.S. interests.
That's exactly right. We'll be following it, Congressman. Thanks so much for joining the program.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.